Hi folks, welcome to our tips tutorial. In this one I'd like to share with you some information on updating what we call the off-canvas menu. It's a really cool little feature. You'll find the button that triggers the off-canvas menu located near the top of your web page. In this example it's up near the top right, donated by the or notated by the menu. Click that and it opens up. It looks like a brand new page with the menu. Now the really cool thing about this menu is it's a full screen menu, which makes it very easy for users, especially on tablets and mobile devices, to navigate your website. Now this sort of hits three check boxes. Number one, Google Mobility Test loves it because it's very large links. The user can easily click on the different menu buttons, and the other checkbox is great for mobile and tablets because websites with lots of navigation or lots of links always have trouble with mobile navigators because trying to fit a lot of navigation onto a mobile device is just a nightmare. This solves that problem because it's now a full page menu. They can scroll up and down. You could have 100 links in here if you wanted to, and it would still be easy for a mobile user to find, click it, and go to that web page. And of course, the third checkbox is even though you may have just a few links. There are websites out there with dozens and dozens and dozens of web pages with many links, and this is where it really shines, is because you can fit all those links into one page and everybody can still have access to it without you needing to flood your regular web page with a lot of drop downs and things like that, which just doesn't work that well on mobile devices. So with that said, I'm going to show you what this menu is about and how to update it. So in here, basically we have a couple of features. One is we have a category or a large sort of category heading type button. Then we have regular sub buttons below it. As you can see, we've sort of organized the default package or the default menu with a standard package listing all the pages in the standard package below. And then we have a pro package listing all the pages. So you can use these buttons as regular menu buttons or category headers. Really up to you. And you can have as many as you want, right? Now I'll show you how to make a sort of a category header and a regular sort of submenu button like so. And we'll just close that down. We'll jump right into Dreamweaver. We'll go into the library, shared, and off canvas menu, or the menu off canvas LBI page right here. Let's flip over to the design view, and what you see here is just a regular bullet list, and all we've done is we've indented the sub items, the smaller menu buttons, and we've bolded the heading type buttons. Now if you want to just jump in and modify this existing menu, you can certainly do so. As you can see, there's really only two things to it: bold the big button and indent the small one. Use your hyperlink tool right down here to update. So if you wanted to update a link, you would select the page, scrub over, drag and drop it onto a different page. And if you want to change the text, you can certainly just scrub over it and new button name, and that's all there is to it. I'm going to suggest you do something else because it's actually probably going to be a little bit easier for you to keep organized if you do this. Start down at the very bottom where we have whatever listed in here, in this case the video slider, but start at the last one, scrub all the way up to and include the very first sub button and delete, and then hit the backspace and get rid of any extra spots. So all you have left is the standard package. And just to confirm, we're going to flip over to code view, and all you should see is this li class right here ending with an li class, and then you might see the Numo horizontal links comment tag right below it. I'll just organize that, but that's all you should see is this li, just like that, with the standard package. Now what you can do is I'm going to recommend you scrub over this, type in home, and maybe we'll just call it home page, and then go down here. We're going to relink this, so sort of the first lesson, and we'll link that to our index.html. So that's creating our first actual button. Now what we need to do is create any sub buttons or category heading type buttons, and this is how I recommend you do it. And I find it's easier to start from scratch than it is to try and rework what's already there. So we've got a good place to start from. Hit the enter key, just type in the name of your button. So button 1, hit enter, button 2. Right now if you see that the text is bolded, just double click and unbold it for now. Okay, and then carry on button 3, button 4, and then we're going to do a heading button, I'll capitalize that, button 5, button 6, and then we'll do another heading button 2. No, I didn't capitalize it, but what the heck? Button 7, button 8. Of course, these would be the names of the buttons I actually want to show up. Okay, once that's done, what we're going to get you to do then is select each button and link it to the page you want that button to link to. So we'll select button 1, link it to whatever page you want it to go to, button 2, right? Of course, it's going to help if you have your pages created. So you may want to do that first, but right, I'll just go through this example here, finishing that off. Okay, so I've linked all my actual buttons to web pages. I've left the heading button blank for now because what I do is I don't want that heading button to actually link to a page. I just want it to act as a heading. If I wanted it to link to a page, I just simply use my point to file tool and away I go and drag and drop, and there it is. But what I actually want to do is select this, and I want to give it what's called a faux heading or faux link. So I'm just going to select the button like so, and down in the link panel, I'm just going to type in the pound sign just like that, and hit enter on the keyboard, and this one here, pound, enter on the keyboard. Okay, so now I've got a couple of faux links. The last thing I need to do is indent and then bold. So I'm going to just double click or click on my first button right here, and down on the properties panel, right? Actually, a better method is to right click and go with list and outdent. Oops, sorry, indent. List and indent. Right click, list, indent, right click, list, indent, and do that for all the sub buttons, right? Now this one here, we don't want it to be a sub button, we want it to be a main a category button, so we're going to select it and bold it, and then we're going to go to the next one and indent and bold. Cool, so we're done that, and now we're just going to save our page, file, save. I've already done that just to make sure everything worked, and it updated all the pages. Now we'll just go back to the web browser, we'll hit refresh, hit the menu button to preview it, and there's all our new buttons right there, and there's our heading buttons right there. So that's how to update the off-canvas menu. And like I said, you can definitely tackle it, update the existing one, but for me, you know, I've done a few of these, and I just find that updating something that's already there, it's just a lot easier to retype everything, link everything, and then indent everything. And it's good practice because then you make sure that you type in everything, or sorry, link to the correct pages, etc., and not sort of forget that a pre-existing link goes to another page, and all sorts of nastiness happens after that. Now the other thing you may be looking at is this contact form down below. I do have another video that we'll be putting up on working with contact forms, so you can just go and edit the content here however you see fit, but the actual form itself, we'll have a video that shows you how to do that as a separate video.